Hi, Eileen Veilleux, the fam here. Welcome to a new installment in our mini mental health series. And in today's installment, we are going to be covering transvestic fetishism. Before we begin, let me just remind you to please watch the full video because in the video there will be 3 key words. When I get to a key word, I will say keyword and then what that key word is. At the end of the video, in the comment section, along with a genuine comment about the video, put in the 3 keywords that you heard in order to be eligible for my free merch giveaway when I reach 2,000 subscribers. So let's get started. What is transvestic fetishism? Well, as you can see, it's a syndrome found only in males, not in females, just in the males. And it's a disorder in which a man has an uncontrollable urge to wear a woman's clothing, primarily means of achieving sexual gratification. Now, the sexual gratification has a compulsive quality and consumes a lot of emotional energy. Sometimes this is accompanied by masturbation. But we're going to go a little bit further into it so you know all about this, because not all transvestites have transvestic fetishism. So transvestism involves keyword, recurrent and intense sexual arousal from cross-dressing, which may manifest as fantasies, urges, or behaviors. Transvestic disorder is transvestism that causes significant distress or significant functional impairment. So what is this transvestic disorder? Well, transvestic disorder is keyword, cross-dressing or dressing in the clothes of the opposite gender to become sexually aroused. It must occur over a period of at least 6 months and cause severe distress to the individual in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. So what causes this transvestic disorder? Well, there is no specific cause that has been determined for transvestic disorder. It has been observed that in childhood, cross-dressing causes keyword excitement, which may, after puberty, become sexual excitement. Cross-dressing itself is not a disorder, but dressing in the clothes of the opposite gender to experience intense sexual arousal may be particularly if it causes significant impairment. An individual with transvestic disorder suffers anxiety, depression, guilt, or shame because of their urge to cross-dress. So, as you can see, not all cross-dressers has transvestic fetishism. Some males that cross-dress because it's a gender disorder and it's not transvestic fetishism. A gender disorder means they're not comfortable with the sex that they were born with. Their body may say that they're a male or a female, but their mind says that they're the opposite. So being unhappy with this gender that they're born with, they cross-dress more to be the other sex. So is there a diagnosis for transvestic fetishism? Well, doctors diagnose transvestic disorder when people have been repeatedly and intensely aroused by cross-dressing, and the arousal has been expressed in fantasies, intense urges, or behaviors. As a result, people feel greatly distressed or become less able to function well at their work or in family or even interaction with friends. they have had the condition for 6 months or more. Most cross-dressers, though, do not have transvestic disorder. And I want to repeat that. Most cross-dressers do not have transvestic disorder. But those that do, is there a treatment for this? Well, there are social and support groups, sometimes psychotherapy. Transvestism is considered a disorder and thus requires treatment only if it causes distress or interferes with functioning or leads to behavior likely to result in injury, loss of job, or imprisonment. Only a few people with transvestism seek medical care. Those who do may be motivated by an unhappy spouse or by worry about how the cross-dressing is affecting their social life and work. Or they may be referred by courts for treatment. Some seek medical care for other reasons, such as substance abuse or depression. Now, the social and support groups for men who cross-dress are often very helpful. Psychotherapy, when needed, is focused on helping people accept themselves and control behaviors that can cause problems. There are no drugs that are reliably effective for transvestism. So it's not a lot on it because it is very rare. I mean, as I said, not all cross-dressers have a transvestic disorder. Some of them 99% of them is a gender disorder, where they're just unhappy with what they were born with and their mind is telling them that they're a female instead of a male. They don't do it for the sexual arousement. They do it because they are unhappy being what they are born with. They feel that they're more feminine for the male, so they want to be a female rather than a male. And vice versa for the females that want to change into a male. Now, there are a lot of transvestites that do go through a certain operation. I don't know a lot about the operation, but I do know, like for the males, they're given hormone injections to help give them more of a feminine body. And I don't know if the females are given given testosterone shots, whatever, to become more male. I don't know a lot about it. But I just want to emphasize before I leave this video that if you see a transvestite, don't automatically go and think they have transvestism disorder because 99% of them do not. Transvestism disorder, as I said, the ones that have it do it for sexual arousement. They don't do it because they're unhappy with who they are for their gender. But 99% of transvestites become transvestites because they are unhappy with their gender. They're not transvestites because they get a sexual arousal. Their mind is telling them that they were meant to be the opposite sex. It's a gender disorder. Okay? So before I leave, remember, I like emphasizing this at every video because it's important and this is what my channel is about. Always see with your heart and not your eyes, because what your eyes see truly doesn't count. What really matters is invisible to the eye. The eye can't see what the heart can. Only the heart can see what counts. For an example, if you have a peanut, You look at the shell of the peanut looks fine. It looks perfect, nothing's wrong with it. You won't know if the peanut inside that shell is rotten or not until you break open the peanut, right? Well, a person's the same way. You don't know what's inside until you look with your heart. If you judge somebody with your eyes, you can misjudge. You automatically think, oh, this person's that person's that. That's the shallow way. Shallow people judge people for what they see, and not by what their heart says. If you go by what you see, you can get misjudged. Your eyes and your ears can deceive you. They're needed for a lot of things, but they were meant to see beauty that was put on this earth for us. Like the beautiful trees and the flowers. Our eyes were not meant to judge people. We are in no position to judge anybody because nobody on this earth is perfect. Let's admit it. None of us are perfect. The only thing we're perfect in is being imperfect. That's the only thing we're perfect in. None of us are better than the other person. So always look at people with your heart and not your eyes. And remember, until I see you again, I love each and every one of you. Have a great day. Bye.